A time capsule which was hidden inside the wall cavity of a home before the terrorist attacks on September 11, 2001, has finally been discovered. A chilling prediction was made by the person who hid the memento, and as it turns out, it was spot on. Tradesman Sasha Illich found the time capsule while renovating the bathroom of a home in Sydney, Australia. Inside, he discovered a typed letter sealed in protective plastic. The 3-page letter was penned in 1995 by a man named Greg Wilkinson, who was 49 years old at the time, and predicted that Islam would emerge as the next ideological problem. Hello whoever you are, it begins. This letter was put into this stud wall on Easter Saturday, 15th of April, 1995. It is pissing down and so a good day to be renovating. It reads, Islam will become the next ideological problem, sparking an equal and opposite reaction, plunging large parts of the globe in a ridiculous holy war, Wilkinson wrote. Factions within either doctrine will also suffer this holier-than-thou attitude, and this war will go on for a very long time. The 3-page letter was typed up on Word for Windows v5.0 using a top-of-the-scale 486 laptop with a whopping 8 MB of RAM and 240 MB hard drive. In comparison, the standard computer in 2017 typically features 8 GB of RAM and a 320 GB hard drive, equivalent to over 1,500 times the size and speed of Mr. Wilkinson's machine. His time capsule letter was written 6 years before the September 11 terrorist attacks in 2001, which would spark a 15-year U.S. military campaign in Afghanistan and lead to regular terrorist attacks in the West. Source, Daily Mail. 6 years after Wilkinson made his chilling prediction about Islam, a team of radical Islamic jihadists carried out the most devastating terror attack which had ever unfolded on American soil, and the U.S. responded by launching the War on Terror, which continues to this day. Wilkinson also predicted that China would become a world economic superpower, with the United States as its largest trading partner, both of which are also true today. The big deal at the moment is the Internet, Wilkinson wrote in his 1995 letter. This is just exploding and every man and his dog wants to surf the Internet. Please tell me this expression has now died. While the Internet was the best thing since sliced bread when the letter was authored, social media is the biggest craze currently, and Facebook users were able to track down Wilkinson after his story gained international attention. Who would have thought back then that Facebook was how it would be exposed? Mr. Wilkinson, now aged 61, wrote online. At first when I saw the letter up on Facebook I felt a little violated. Then having thought about it and with the predictions, it really highlighted the progress of the Internet in 22 years, and, without it, how would they ever have found me? He told the Sydney Morning Herald. Indeed, so much has happened in the last 22 years that it would be impossible to cover it all in one sitting. These days, it's difficult to imagine a time without Facebook or Instagram. However, we will never forget the tragic events of 9/11, which plunged the world into a global war against terrorism, just as Wilkinson predicted would happen. Please share the story and tell us what you think by clicking one of the buttons below. We want to hear your voice.